So I'm going to be showing the MVP of the smart chat functionality. So here it is. And right now we have a blank screen. So here's something that we'll probably want to add in the future, implementing what we have before, which would be, giving some sample questions or something like that to get the user engaged with chat. But right now we don't have that, but we do have the ability to chat with tags. So I uploaded my Jeep's user manual. So I guess one of the topics is some safety features. So what are some safety features of the Jeep? And by the way, I'm really enjoying how much horizontal real estate we have now on the chat screen, because a lot of the responses we get are really long and it felt so squished together when we had it in the smaller virtual me. So I've been just enjoying the wider screen that we have so far. So yeah, pretty much we're using the same components from virtual me, so it should all pretty much look the same. We don't have the subscripts working right now, but I know that's a feature we talked about where you would click it and then the tiles would pop open here on the right on a second panel. All right, yeah, so here is the chat. Like I said, looks basically the same as the virtual me and the other chat UI that we have designed or used before, because it's pretty much all the same components. So you can see the name of the tag here, and then over here we have our settings. And previously I had the drop down for the privacy showing here as well, but I thought it just made more sense to put it in the settings page so that all the settings, like all the content, is just on one page here. So you can see it's now up here over on the right. I can click that and I'll just set it to public, and then it will just make a request and automatically set this tag to public. A link here to go to chat. The upload knowledge button, so you can add more content right here, and then the table that just shows all the different files, or I guess really summaries, that make up this tag right here. And then I believe you'd be able to select multiple, and we'll add some actions you can take on these in the future, which might be removing them. So, removing the tag from these summaries, aka deleting them from this tag, things like that. I'm not sure if we click on something. Yeah, so if you click on something on one of the summaries or files here, you can see the original content. And I know we also talked about putting the full an executive summary here, as well as the original content of the file, if it is a file, and then with a link to the full summary here, but that's just something we haven't added yet, but that will be here in the future. Also mentioned that eventually this toggle will be a drop down, and it will have the same options that you see here in the tag drop down. But again, we don't have that implemented yet. Okay, continuing on, we'll go to the knowledge map now. So this is the MVP of our knowledge map, and this just shows every single tag that has been generated from the content that you've uploaded or summarized. So here are the ones for me. For my account, you can search right now. So I'll say like career. Apparently I have some knowledge on career choices. So that's a tag. You can filter. So just for now, you can just filter on searching like that with text. And then if you click one of the tags, it will open into the chat interface like this. So we previously talked about clicking a tag right here and it opening on the right side. And that's something that we'll be adding in the future as well. But for now, you just click a tag and it'll take you to the chat for that tag. We also have the knowledge management section here, which is a little incomplete. The previous summaries section is working, so you can see all of the summaries you've generated. Click one. Again, some other things are missing here, like the tags that are associated with the summary. But I believe you would be able to delete these as well. Let me try that. So it looks like those are still there. So maybe the delete isn't quite working yet, but that's something that we'll be adding and making sure is working in the future. And we also have the My Knowledge section, and that this is not complete and not working yet either. But this is where you would see all the files that you've uploaded and the topics that are generated from those. So yeah, I think that's it just for the MVP. Are there any questions now?
Yes, there are.
Great.
Who's got questions?
How often are you chatting with nominative determinism, Ryan?
So every day I ask questions all the time. Yeah, no, not often on that one.
Yeah, exciting to, chatting with tags is live. That's
Yes, and we don't have it merged into staging yet, but it is working, obviously. So we'll get that into staging pretty soon.
okay.
Cool. Well, it's awesome to see this, Ryan. Thank you. And already there's a bunch that I am just like thinking about for us to start discussing in rapid prototyping after this demo. So I can save a little bit of the to discuss. I guess we can save the to discuss until afterwards. I just put it into chat. I did have a couple questions. So in terms of the URL structure, go ahead and just like click on a chat and start chatting. So tell me about how you're thinking about the URL structure. We've got dashboard question mark view equals VM, etc. So I think it's true that we want a user, let's say Pierre in Adobe, to be able to just share a URL with another user, and they can just get to wherever that person is. And that would look something like a URL structure that's like organization / user / maybe tag or something like that. I see that's not the way it's currently structured, and I'm just curious to know what you all think about the shareability of the current view.
Yeah, so I think we have some things to consider on that, because with each change to a tag or each, content uploaded or something like that, we need to have a way that it shows here on the left without, having hundreds and hundreds of tags showing up. And they'll also be named pretty similarly. I think just in terms of the URL, we would probably want to add a tag ID or something like that, and that ID number will change every time that the user makes a change to the tag. I think that's the best way to do it. We want to keep the name, like the tag name, the same. And obviously this type really just is the type of the UI that we're showing, which is the chat. But I think having a tag ID in there will be helpful.
Yeah, let me retry here. Try to delete this. And then see whether that works.
I do enjoy all the alternate identities. Okay, Michael.
I have chatted with all of them. All right. So let me see if that is uploading the dictionary itself. Seems like it. All right. So
Hey, quick question. Is the backend just looking for _ dictionary and _ sanitize to map it, or how is that working?
yeah, so basically on the front end side, we know like which the dictionary is and which sanitizes, and then we set it accordingly. So that's the convention we've gone with, and we can of course change that. But yeah, so currently it's basically checking the mapping based on sanitize and dictionary, and this one should map like the text itself. So basically
okay.
front end takes care of that, and then the back end just gets the file with the mappings and the other one. So that's how we're doing it. But yeah, it seems like it's not updating it here, which is weird. So I guess I'll have to look into that. All right, and then the other part, which I'll quickly show, I've already deleted all my reports, so it won't be as intense like 1,000 reports, but this was a feature Glow was asking for, which was the bulk delete feature. So what you do is select all, and now you can use this one. So we've updated the functionality for it to pull and inform the user once all the reports are deleted. So once I click on this, it's taking care of that part, and then this will update and show that all the reports have been deleted. So imagine if you have 6,000, that takes longer than this, but it will also happen and not time out anymore. So this is live in production.